Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Here we go. So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. It's Edwards on the wing. It's Edwards on the wing. And the highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Here's Edwards after the basket by New York on the other end. Outside Reed. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Here's Hart. Pass to Anunoby, and that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Now here's Edwards. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Right side, Brunson. Lets the three fly. Oh, they get a hand on it. And here's Minnesota now. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
On the tip. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Counted from distance.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Brunson. Knocks down the long J.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Here's Edwards. 4-point game. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Edwards got 8 points.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
And the basket by Bridges.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the first quarter. Outside McDaniels. 5 to shoot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor, love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value utility guy.
Now here's Edwards. Give him 8. Left side McDaniels. Back to Edwards. There's the triple. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Knicks trail by 4. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Here's Towns. And the Knicks miss again.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there. But he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
And it's Brunson missing. The Timberwolves lead by 11. Here's Edwards. He's got 15. Takes a 3. And he can't get that one. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
At some point, you have to try and force the ball out of his hands. But that's easier said than done.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. We'll be right back after this word. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Well, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
To the inside. Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
Timeout, timeout.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Outside McDaniels. Outside Reed. Outside Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Outside McDaniels. This one for 3. Buries it from 3. McDaniels got 7 points.
Attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Now here's Edwards. And they double up Edwards. McDaniels from long range. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
And Anunoby for 3. Connects from downtown. He's got 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
For 3, Bridges. It doesn't go for him. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
And the layup is good off the glass. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
We know Towns is an excellent perimeter shooter. But I like seeing him assert himself inside, too.
Edwards with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Edwards looking for an opening. Minnesota again missing.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, he has to connect from there.
Pass to Anunoby. Randall with a steal. Now here's Edwards. Brunson defending. It's a one-on-one situation. Shot's good by Towns. Towns has got 6.
Tell you what, going end to end, Towns may not always look like he's moving fast, but he's gobbling up some ground in a hurry. And some of that is his stride. That fella's got some big feet, too.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And the basket by Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns finishing through contact there.
And here's Edwards outside. The Knicks with the rebound. Right side, Brunson. And a miss there on the triple.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Out to the wing. Drills it from deep. Reed's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Pass to Hart. And he jams it home with authority.
Nice vision that time from Towns. And he's got that skill set.
Randall on the screen. Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. For 3, Randall. Knicks trail by 12. Pass to Brunson. Hart with it. Back to Brunson. For 3, Bridges. No good on the shot. Now here's Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. They're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
It'll count. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's Minnesota leading by 14. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Knicks trail by 14. Outside Anunoby. Towns taking his time here. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Back to Towns. Shot clock at 5. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And now the T-Wolves on the break. McDaniels from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. McDaniels got 13. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching it.
Now here's Bridges. 6 points for him. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Outside Reed. Outside Edwards. Back to Reed. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Three-pointer, Bridges. Can't get it to drop. The Timberwolves lead by 11. Here's Edwards. Can't get it to fall.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Again, the miss by Bridges. Outside Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker. From outside the arc. Towns with a rebound. Knicks trail by 11. It's Bridges on the wing. 9 points in the game. Here's Hart. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Timberwolves. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Pass to Ingles. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns, left side. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Towns has got 10 points in the game.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's scoreless. Another miss by Minnesota. And here are the Knicks. They've gone on an 8-0 run. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Here's Anunoby. 52 seconds left to play in the third quarter. He had his back to the basket for over 5 seconds. That'll be a turnover. And the Knicks making a change here. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Outside, DiVincenzo. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. 43 seconds left in the third. Pass to Reed. Reed sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Edwards for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. And here are the Knicks. They're rolling here. 9 unanswered. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Ingles. 3-pointer. Hart pulls it in. Bridges outside. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. The flow of the game has favored them. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's DiVincenzo. Reed sets a screen. Pass to Miller. Fires from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Miller's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Hart. Robinson on the wing. And a big finish by Robinson.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly. You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Outside Achua. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Uses the glass on the layup. Robinson's got 7 now in this quarter.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Back to Reed. Knocks it loose. Robinson with a steal. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Substitution on the court.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Hart from long range. Offensive rebound. Three-pointer, Bridges. Edwards pulls it in.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Clock at 6. Pass to Randall. From downtown. Drains the triple. Randall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's McBride. McDaniels covering. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
First team foul.
Minnesota leading by 7. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. And here's Edwards outside. And it's New York with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Right side, Hart. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Charity stripe shot. That shot off the mark.
I'll tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Knicks trail by 7. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through. And the game gets snubbed.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Towns. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Boy, I like the way Towns is engaged on offense. Feels like he can score from anywhere on the floor.
Outside Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Back to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Pass to McDaniels. Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And no luck that time either. And they go to the intentional foul. Knicks on D. 6-point game. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. The kick out to Edwards. And the 3 off target.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Hart. Here's Brunson outside. New York again can't hit. Here's Edwards. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And so it's Minnesota with the W. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark